Hello friends, we are back with a new video. This one is going to be a new moon video. And as you see, I already have the decks out. I have prayed over them. We have our Meduna Tear, we have our energy deck, we have our angels and gemstones, and we have our Ask Our Guides deck. I am flowing with the energy of the new moon in Libra, which is today. And it is a beautiful energy. Libra is all about balancing the scales and about the heart, about relationships, about coming into union, coming into understanding of ourselves and those around us. So I wanted to do a new moon reading, and this is going to be a general reading for everyone, because right now we need to cultivate ourselves for whatever it is that is coming for us in this next cycle. The moon is full, so we are asking for whatever it is we are looking for, that we are seeking in our lives, to also become full. So this is what we're looking to do with this energy, and we're going to ask for the message to come through, the message that is most needed to be heard by those who listen to my videos, watch my videos. Whoops, and we have a jumper. So, first card. We're going to take two from the Meduna Tear deck. Okay, and our energy deck. This is the deck that does have reverse positions. The only deck that I use that has that. Let us see, what is it that we need to know for this new full moon in Libra, so that we can move forward correctly. And it's very interesting to note that today is also the first day of spring, the Spring Equinox. So this is March 20th, 2019. Full moon in Libra, which is a full worm moon, as well as the Spring Equinox, when we are now switching over and going into something bright, something new, renewal, joy, rebirth. These are all of the things that spring brings to us, and that is also the same day, within hours apart of the full moon, when we are asking for things that we want to become full, that we want to become more abundant in our lives. I hope you guys are doing your intentions, and if not, we have the next 3 days to do so, because the energy of this full moon, well, full moon and new moon, is very good for 3 days. 3 days afterwards. Okay. And I also feel like pulling a Lenormand. Give us a pair of Lenormand that will give us the full moon message on this very special Spring Equinox day. I'll just leave it alone being too extra. And then I will ask for the Mary Queen of Angels by Doreen Virtue to give us an overarching message for this full moon in Libra, March 20th, 2019. The full moon came in at 9:43 p.m. EDT time this evening, Wednesday. I'll put the timestamp below if those of you who do not want to see the shuffling. I know some of you do appreciate it. So that's how we're going to do this. Are we ready? Feminine. I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. That is so beautiful. So that is the overarching card message for this new full moon. This full moon. So sorry. Even if you are not female, we are looking to bring that female energy, that feminine energy into whatever we're doing. And think about what we are also talking about today. Today is spring, rebirth, renewal. We just spoke about that in the opening as we were shuffling. And the first card, the overarching card, is about the feminine. So let me just get that message for you so you have that firmly in your mind. Mother Mary demonstrates that you can be simultaneously feminine and strong. Her sweet and loving nature is balanced by a clear vision of her duty to God's will. Whether you're a woman or a man, you have a feminine and a masculine nature. This card comes to you as a message for you to allow your feminine side to be more present and accessible to others. Your femininity includes virtues such as nurturing, tenderness, sweetness, softness, and gentleness, as well as receptivity and intuition. In fact, in order for you to develop your spiritual gifts, including intuition, it's essential to allow yourself to receive, and this includes divine messages. So the only way to really get in tune is to get quiet, to settle yourself, drink more water, get more rest, so that your body is in harmony, so that your body is not doing crazy things, so that you can get those intuitive messages, that you can understand what divine is saying to you. And excuse my cat, clearly the full moon and the energy of the spring equinox is getting to him. Zion. All right, we're going to go with our Lenormand. Tree woman. So, again, continuing the theme, there is growth. There are deep roots here that are being put down. This is the time to do that. Yes, divine feminine, the energy, that softness, that gentleness, that I almost want to say you are going within and sowing the seeds to build and develop that which you want to bring forth in this next several months, the next 3 to 4 months. And the way to do that is through the divine feminine. If you are a woman, maybe you are also planting the seeds for other things. Maybe you're trying to get pregnant. Maybe you're trying to conceive. If you are not in any way trying to do anything along the reproductive route, you are sowing the seeds to a new project, to a business, to possibly a brand new relationship, to a new career, to educational goals. You get my point. You are sowing the seeds and laying the foundation so that you can build this beautiful tree, so that you can go on and spread and grow and have your branches reach up to the sky. Because this project is going to go well. This project is going to have the foundations that you need it to have in order for it to bring what you want it to bring. This is a beautiful, beautiful combination for your manifestation right now. And it directly goes with the overarching message. Then we have Heteru Hetep and Ma'at Tem Ma'at. So on these, what we have to pay attention to at this point is, again, keeping the feminine theme. Notice we have all women here, all water, all energy that moves and flows and is flexible, is malleable. Not to the point where we are bending over backwards for someone else, for something else. This is for us to move and flow the way we need to in situations, because life is not fixed. Life is constantly moving, is constantly changing. And if you don't have this almost softness of being, not this ram hard, rod, we're not going to be able to move the way we need to. This year is a year where we don't have that many issues like we did last year with all the planets in retrograde and doing all sorts of weird things. This year we have forward movement. We can do things that we want to do. We can sow those seeds to move forward. However, the caution here with the Ma'at, Tem Ma'at, which is all closed, we have to be mindful for completely looking out for self, completely ignoring the whole and those around us, being very, very much all about me and what I want and how I want it. And with this combination, this heteru, it's like the beautiful things, the wonderful things, the joy, the bliss, the relationship that's sweet and wonderful and looks good on the outside, but not so good on the inside, because it's probably a one-way street. Someone is giving and someone is taking. And this is what we have to be very, very mindful of, that you are watching the balance. If you notice, Ma'at, the goddess of unconditional love, holds a scale. Do you see that scale? That is the heart and that is the feather. They are balanced in this picture. Pay attention to your own life. Is your heart balanced in whatever situation it is that comes up immediately? The first thing that comes to your mind when I talk about this, that is a situation that you have to pay attention to. I won't belabor the point. You have rest and rejuvenation in the upright position for our energy card, which goes right back to the very first thing I talked about with the feminine. In order to go deep and get those intuitive messages, to get quiet, we have to pay attention to the body. We have to remove any imbalances in the body, anything that would tick the body off. Those things we have to remove. So rest, sleep, water, proper food, not too much salt. Pay attention to the processed foods, the sugars. Make sure you're getting, a very good multi-mineral, multivitamin. You might want to look into homeopathic remedies instead of popping, different types of pills to take care of simple things. You can use Natricum murticatum in order to release excess sodium, salt from your body. So instead of, trying to take some other kind of pill to do that, you can drink a lot of water as well as take nat mur, and that will help you to flush out some of that salt. Just a little thought that you might want to try homeopathic as opposed to allopathic medicine. Upright, this card shows a man in a meditative and tranquil state. The message here is that it's time to relax. You may have been busy, but you should soon be finding more time to just let go. When you do, allow yourself to go within and open up to the peace and wisdom that are vibrating there. This card upright indicates that there should be more leisure time for you now and more of an opportunity to engage in peaceful thinking. So make it a priority. Your connection to spirit brings great assistance, but it can only be achieved through regular relaxation and meditation. So you are being called to go within, to do things that will slow you down, that will allow you to have leisure time, to enjoy, to really, really be calm and cool. Maybe it's time to do some deep breathing. Maybe it's time to do some Tai Chi. Go swimming. Play golf. Whatever it is that relaxes you, that brings you peace, quietness. Because when you do things that you enjoy, even if they are physical activities, you feel so good afterwards. There's a gentle hum of almost just equilibrium going through. It almost makes you feel as if you're by the ocean and the waves lull you into a beautiful trance. That's what we're looking for here, for you to be almost in a waking trance as you go through your day. Why? Because you have a heightened state of awareness when you're floating like that, when you're functioning like that, so that you can see things on a higher level without putting in the extreme effort that you would have to in a normal waking consciousness. When you're at that higher level, that heightened awareness, you function much better, you're much more productive, yet use less energy. So that is what you're trying to go for. And by doing the meditations, by doing the things that quiet you, it will allow you to bring that energy to your waking state and allow you to get more done in less time so you can have the leisure. But it goes back to being open, being honest, being a little softer on the inside. Softer in the sense of being receptive. Okay. Black obsidian. How have you been? Have you been feeling scattered lately? Are you unable to focus on what's important? Look at all that's going on around you. Prioritize your intentions. Focus on one thing at a time. Ground yourself so you can accomplish your goals. Angel of focus. I am focused and stay on track until a matter or situation is settled or complete. I accomplish what I set out to do. I pay attention and listen carefully. I am attentive to my own needs and the needs of others. And guess what this is? Black obsidian. So if you don't have a piece of black obsidian in your home or in your person, carrying around with you, maybe even a little piece, you should get some and use it almost as a bit of a worry stone. This, of course, is a wand, so it helps you to direct the energies, but you can get a small piece so that sometimes when you're thinking about things, you can just hold it and let those cares and concerns go into the stone and release it. And then when you're ready, use some selenite to release any of that negativity, or you can use fire to burn away those things that you deposited into the stone. Yes? So bring yourself back, ground yourself, put your back against a tree, put your back against a large boulder or rock if you can find one in your space. Or lay on the ground. It's getting warmer now. We're going to be able to do that more regularly, but go ahead. Take the first steps of spring and go out and get some of that good, lovely earth under your bare feet and bring it up. Bring the energies from deep within the earth up into your being and ground yourself. That's what this black obsidian is talking about, so that you can focus, which will help you get into that heightened state of awareness that we were talking about that will bring productivity to the highest. And our last cards are Bravado, Warrior Guides, New Beginnings, Divine Father. So with that bravado, of course, what are we saying? What are we doing? Are we trying to boast about things that we have not yet done? So it's also talking about control and you feeling as if others are trying to control you. You have to move away from being dependent and claiming personal authority. You have to stop challenging your authority figures. You have to know deep within yourself that you are not fighting against others, that others are not fighting against you. That's an illusion. You have to stand up for what's important to you. You have to ask for it. You have to give them a plan, a layout of what you have done, why you deserve it, so that they can understand. Because sometimes people just need to see that you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about, you know what you're worth. So this is not a fight. This is simply you having the confidence to say out loud what your truth is, because others already know your truth. They just know that you're not going to stand up for yourself, so they do whatever they want to do. And having this heightened state of awareness is going to help you to pull together all the pieces that you need to, so that you can find that inner strength, that inner resolve, so that you can do what's best for yourself. We also don't want to push too hard and pretend about things we have not yet done. We can have confidence about what we haven't done, but there should be balance in that as well. Because for some of you, you might be on the other side where you're bragging or saying all of the things that you can do. You may not have done it yet, but you can do it, and you know you can do it. Be mindful of that. Focus more on what you've already done and how you've done it, the way you've done it, and the successes that you have had. Because that's what people want to see right now. Because once you bring in that, I wouldn't say humility, but just coming in even keel with what you have done and not being too much on the ego side. Because remember, we do have this ma'at, tem ma'at here. We don't want people to think that you are all about you and not going to help the team if you are working with a group of people. We want them to know that you are a team player, that anything like this you've worked through, that you're now functioning out of this heteru where we are looking for the benefit for ourselves as well as others, and being personable and sharing ideas and thoughts and visions and being creative in the group. So this is what we need to show them so that we can have that new beginning, that we can bring forth the new that the spring is promising us. That is number 11, a most auspicious number, a master number. You may be seeing 11s all over the place. See, number 11. If you are seeing 11s, it is time to step into your greatness, to allow the angels speaking to you to actually do the things that the angels are speaking to you about, because you may have been reticent in order to do those things, because you may not have been sure because you're so busy doing so many things that you haven't settled down to sow the seeds. New beginnings, Divine Father. The spark of life from your Divine Father is igniting your imagination, stirring your creative genius, and instilling in you a strong desire to bring about change. Now is the perfect time for you to act upon your impulses and initiate new beginnings, especially in those areas of your life that leave you presently dissatisfied. Trust your desire for change and ask the Divine Father to give you the courage to initiate it. Commit to your new ideas. Start writing that book you've been thinking about. Open that business you've been secretly desiring, or break the ice on a new relationship with somebody that you've held back from. So you've got to go for it. That's what this is. This is the time. You've got the foundation. The only things you have to pay attention to, that we have to pay attention to, is not being all about us, all about what's best for us and how we're going to get it and what's in it for me, and not being too over the top, not being too, well, I can do this and I know I can because, I just can. I'm just great at it. I've been doing this. I've held up this department. Okay. but you don't have to say it. Let your actions speak for you. Let your track record speak for you. Let others speak for you. You don't have to speak for yourself once you do these things, because that inner quietness, that inner resolve comes forth, and it is seen because we have that. We have that tree that is building and building upon the feminine. All right? So for the new moon, plant those seeds. Show everyone what you're truly made of, because you can do it. You can do it through gentleness, through unobtrusive methods, by doing things not out front, but in the quiet of your mind. Visualize, because the feminine also visualizes, and so does Heteru or Oshun, if you're more familiar with that deity name. Same archetype. Visualize the things so that you can bring them forth and build that tree. Well, divine stars, thank you so much for being here with me for this full moon reading in Libra, as well as spring equinox. May you have a beautiful, beautiful spring, and I hope you sow those seeds and reap the rewards. Please do come back and share what you planted and what you reaped. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.